Modern Warfare 2 recently came out last week, and with it came 10 new maps of varying quality. In this video, I'll be ranking all of the maps present in the game at launch, including the map Museum, which was present in the beta but removed before launch due to legal issues with the real-life location the map was based on. Now, quick disclaimer before we get started, this is just my opinion, and it is in fact the correct opinion. So, if you disagree with any of these rankings, just know that you are wrong and I am right. But still feel free to call me out in the comments. Coming at the bottom of the list at number 11, we have Crown Raceway. Apparently there's rumors that Formula 1 is mad Infinity Ward included a Grand Prix map, and honestly, I hope they sue. Not for any copyright reasons, but just for how terrible and unfun this map is to play. The map feels very lopsided with zero attention paid to one side. The middle lane has so many holes on either side that it makes it feel like you're constantly getting killed by people you had no chance of seeing. At first I thought there'd be some fighting on the tracks and you'd have to dodge some of the cars racing at certain times in the match, like that one map from Black Ops 2 with the train that would fly by a few times per game. I feel like this map is deserving of being at the bottom of the list, with a close follow-up being Zarqwa Hydroelectric. Now, if you like that you can swim on this map, then I understand why you'd put it much higher on the list, but I simply cannot understand the fun in swimming all the way across the map hoping to get some flanks. This map really is just two lanes with an underwater network connecting them and is a flanker's paradise. It doesn't encourage actual engagements and instead favors the player who's willing to hide up in windows, hold a door, or who are Michael Phelps. After playing this map enough, there are certain areas where you will always die, and areas where you'll never find a single soul unless they're doing a marathon around the side to sneak into your spawn. At number 9, we have Museum. This is the map that was removed after the beta, and really the worst part about this map is just its size. The middle's so open with not a lot of cover that you end up running down the sides of the map all the time, which leads to moments of just running in circles with the enemy team. Honestly, if Museum is in the Warzone map, I think it would be perfect, but as a 6v6 map, it just doesn't work as well as intended. Almost every encounter on this map was a contender for long shots, unless you were in that little overpass above B, but besides there, mounting was your best friend to land consistent shots. At number 8, we have El Asilo. My main issue with this map is the contrast between the two outside lanes and the middle building. The building's a shotgunner's paradise with tight corners and small hallways. Even the center of the building, which is slightly more open, has a room running alongside it where people hide all the time. The outside, however, is extremely open, with a hill on one side and a huge empty area on the other. The problem there is that nobody ever uses either side if you aren't playing hardpoint, and everyone is clogged. And everyone is clogged up in the building, which leads to shotgun death after shotgun death after shotgun death. I think a lot of these maps play a lot better in hardpoint. There's entire areas in many of the maps in this game that I'd never see if objectives didn't physically send me there. Santa Senna border crossing? Santa Sienna? You know the one. I honestly don't hate this map. Yeah, it's very bottlenecked, and there's definitely a lot of cars scattered around, which makes it feel cramped and leads to the pretty popular video that recently came out.
Secure the area. Locating the next hard point. Get ready. Enemies inside the perimeter.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Target area. Enemy UAV active.
But the more I play it, the more I understand it. Flanking is definitely also an issue in this map, but because it feels so close quarters and it's easy to see pretty much the whole map looking down the middle lane where they come from, it's more of a fight than on Zarqwa Hydroelectric. A complaint I have is how hard it is to push into the other team's spawn. Because of how much the map you can see at one time, a team defending something has a much easier time than a team trying to take something. It's definitely frustrating dying from a sniper on top of a bus, and then to a car exploding, and then to the same sniper, and then the car, rinse and repeat. Not to mention the amount of times you'll die to Tom Brady at the back of the map lobbing his 40th grenade of the match right off spawn. Coming in at number 6, we have Tarak, however you feel like hearing that. This map has the opposite problem of border crossing for me. It's very hard to hold an objective and much easier to take it. There's an insane number of areas a sniper can set up to hold a sightline, even one near the center of the map that I think is actually quite busted.
We're all about positivity. Okay, got it. Okay, well, I am a mailman with dementia.
I think we got it. Oh wait. Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
This map does have something for every playstyle though, with good ways to wrap around the map, snipe, or charge in with a shotgun. I think it plays fairly for most playstyles, though with an insane advantage to long-range weapons. At number 5, Mercado Las Almas. Mercado Las Almas. Mercado Las Almas. I think I actually did it better that time, unironically. This just feels like a Call of Duty map. 3 distinct lanes, areas down the middle for sniping, and long shots with more up-close and personal sections down the sides. There's choke points where you're always finding enemies, and I don't ever find myself wandering around the map wondering where people are. I do think that the middle of the map is an absolute death trap that you should never go down, which does knock the map a few points for me. At number 4, Albagra Fortress. This map, like many others higher on the list, doesn't have a lot of empty space that you'll never see in the average game. Everywhere is used on this map. The windows and balconies down the center of the map provide a good view over the middle, while still being easily accessible for players to take out someone camping up there. The size of this map is perfect and doesn't feel too big or too small. The museum section in the middle provides good close quarter sections as well as a nice area that links to every side of the map. There's really not much else to say. All in all, just a solid map. Number 3, Greenberg Hotel. This is a nice, well-rounded map that doesn't cater to one playstyle. Pretty much everywhere on the map's a good spot for a gunfight, and I never found myself dying because of something unfair. Kill streaks are also not a huge problem on this map, as many areas have a roof to them, protecting you from a lot of the different streaks. The walkway crossing the middle is a nice addition to get another path through the middle to the other side of the map. I don't think that sentence made a whole lot of sense, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And the overlooking area near the middle is mostly protected by curtains, so killing a hiding enemy through them is no problem. Objectives and domination are in fair places, but C is definitely harder to defend than the others, and B is just an all-out gunfight most of the time. At number 2, Embassy. Now this one could be controversial, and I will accept. I will accept if you hate this. But Embassy is a map that you hate to love at times. Yes, you may get picked off from one of the windows or sniped across the map by the tennis court.
What's up, Doc?
But there's an area for everyone on this map. A rusher will have a great time going from building to building, while long-range players have a rooftop which spans the entire end of the map. I enjoy the flow of this map, the setting, and the different angles that can be held through each window. The number of sightlines in this map provides a way for every player to find someone and have a fun game. Taking the number 1 spot is Farm 18. Now this map does fall victim to areas that you might not see if you aren't playing hardpoint, but the areas you do typically play through I find to be the best parts of this map. The center building is connected and maze-like enough so that you can come in on one side and leave on any corner of the map. Both lanes have cover layouts that make long-range gunfights possible to escape or to mount and fire back. No matter where you are on Farm 18, you have a fighting chance to make it out of any gunfight alive. Okay, that's the list. Please tear me apart in the comments and let me know why I deserve to play Vanguard for the rest of my life. Also, while sending me to Eternal Damnation, make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss the next video. The best gun in Modern Warfare 2 and why it's the M16. See ya.
oh, what? In team deathmatch?
It's a draw.
I don't even know how that's possible.
I don't know how that's possible.